Good morning. It's good to be here this morning. We're about quarter to seven, and it's still kind of dark outside. And so, anyway, I think it's raining as well, or it's been raining. But anyway, you know what? We're going to rejoice because we're going to open God's Word this morning and go still in the book of Isaiah, and we're going to be looking at. It's getting exciting as we go on. We're going to actually be looking at Isaiah part 20, and it covers Isaiah 13, 1 through 22. And it's called the judgment of Babylon. The judgment of Babylon. So let's go ahead and get started. Isaiah 13, verse 1, an oracle against Babylon that Isaiah, son of Amos, saw. Lift up a banner on a barren mountain. Call out to them. Wave your hand, and they will go through the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my chosen ones. I have also called my warriors who exult in my triumph to execute my wrath. Listen, a turmoil on the mountains, like that of a mighty people. Listen, an uproar among the kingdoms, like nations being gathered together. The Lord of hosts is mobilizing an army for war. They're coming from a far land, from a distant horizon. The Lord and weapons of his wrath to destroy the whole country. Wail, for the day of the Lord is near. It will come like destruction from the Almighty. Therefore, everyone's hands will become weak, and every man's heart will melt. They will be horrified. Pain and agony will seize them. They will be anguished like a woman in labor. They will look at each other, their faces flushed with fear. Look, the day of the Lord is coming, cruel and rage and burning anger, to make the earth a desolation and to destroy the sinners on it. Indeed, the stars of the sky and its constellations will not give their light. The sun will be dark when it rises, and the moon will not shine. I will bring disaster on the world and their own iniquity. On the wicked, I will put an end to the pride of an arrogant and humiliate the insolence of tyrants. I will make man scarcer than gold and mankind more rare than gold of Ophir. Therefore, I will make the heavens tremble, and the earth will shake from its foundations at the wrath of the Lord of hosts. On that day of his burning anger, like wandering gazelles and like sheep without a shepherd, each one will turn to his own people. Each one will flee to his own land. Whoever is found will be stabbed, and whoever is caught will die by the sword. The children will be smashed to death before the eyes. Their houses will be looted, and their wives raped. Look, I am stirring up the Medes against them, who cannot be bought off with silver, and who have no desire for gold. Their bows will cut young men in two pieces. They will have no compassion on little ones. Will be the Sodom and Gomorrah when God overthrew them. It will be inhabited or lived in from generation to generation. A nomad will not pitch his tent there, and shepherds will not let their flocks rest there. But desert creatures will lie down there, and owls will fill the houses. Ostriches will dwell there, and wild goats will leap about. Hyenas will howl in the fortresses, and jackals in the luxurious palaces. Babylon's time is almost up. Her days are almost over. What an amazing passage. And you know what? The truth is, we can see not only this prophecy that's going to out to God's people at that time with Isaiah, but a future one as well. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Isaiah chapter 13, verses 1 through 22, is a prophetic oracle or burden from the Lord concerning the judgment and utter destruction of the powerful city state of Babylon. The passage serves as both a historical prophecy of Babylon's fall to the Medes and the Persians, and symbolic warning about God's final judgment on all human pride and world system and oppresses him. Key themes, meaning divine sovereignty. The passage emphasizes that God has complete control of nations and history. He is the one who assembles and directs the armies, specifically the Medes, to execute his judgment. The day of the Lord. The prophecy speaks the day of the Lord, a reoccurring biblical theme that refers to a time when God actively intervenes in history to punish the wicked and vindicate his people. The event for Babylon is described using dramatic cosmic language. Sun, moon, and stars darkened, the earth shaking, which also points to a future ultimate day of the Lord at the end of time. Punishment for pride and arrogance. A primary reason for Babylon's destruction is its immense pride and arrogance, which led to oppression, to oppress the other nations, including God's people, and act without regard to God. God declares he will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, specifically laying low the haughtiness of the terrible. Total desolation. The judgment is described as a merciless and total destruction. The population will be slaughtered, and no pity shown to the women or children, and the once luxurious city will be left permanently desolate, inhabited only by wild animals. These contrast with the typical burial of kings, as Babylon's ruler will be treated like with disgrace. Symbol for the world system, while the prophecy had a literal fulfillment with Cyrus the Great and conquered Babylon in 539 BC, the extreme language suggests a dual application. Many theological interpretations view Babylon here as a symbol of the entire world system or society that stands in rebellion against God and promotes self-sufficiency and greed, as mentioned in the book of Revelation. In fact, in the book of Revelation, this side note, in the book of Revelation, he calls it Mystery Babylon, okay, and so forth. And there's going to be a great destruction of that. Okay, summary of the section is verse 1 through 5 God calls for international army, the Medes, together as his instruments of wrath against Babylon. Verses 6 through 10. This section describes the terror and despair of the people of the day of the Lord, marked by great distress and cosmic disturbances, illustrating the sovereignty of God's anger. Verses 11 through 16, God explicitly states he is punishing the world for its evil and pride, describing the resulting slaughter and scarcity of human life. In verses 17 through 22, the Medes are identified as the specific relentless conquerors who will show no mercy. Babylon, once the glory of kingdoms, will become a perpetual ruin, never to be inhabited again, much like Sodom and Gomorrah. What an amazing, amazing passage as we look at this. And you know what? It's one that we really need to pay attention to because it's coming. It's not only promised it's at that time. The whole punishment is not only promised at that time, but in Revelation, once again, we'll bring it up. In Revelation, it's going to happen. It's called a mystery Babylon, and there's going to be destruction, and it's going to come to a screeching halt to break in and God's kingdom as he removes the evil from this world. I hope that you will go back and take a look at this and study it a little bit more. I would like you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and give me a thumbs up, and also uh, comments in the comment section. And if you would share this, it would be great. Thank you so much. You have a great day.